Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. The Lord's return to Jagannath Puri. This is Majjha Lila, chapter 10, in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Janaki, Dean Smith, Lalita, yeah, River, Janarda, Bhakta Tom, Freddie, yes, all the assembled Vaishnavas. Yeah, by the way, if I'm speaking about like relative things, things to do with the world, and the Bhagavatam also, so it talks about, these are the symptoms of Kali and everything. Yeah, yeah, just don't get in fights over these things. It's not worth it. I mean, people have been fighting over the material world, and what's going to go on. Nobody knows exactly when. Even Jesus said, even the Father in heaven, only the Father in heaven knows these things. And sometimes the Bhagavatam is not clear about stuff. Um, yeah, about the world, you don't want to get into that, and when I start seeing people in here fighting over, well, Kali Yuga has been speeded up because Garhari said it. I said, may, everything, hey, man, this stuff with the world there may be a nuclear war. May is different than, as soon as you do the written in stone thing, then the fights start. Gohari said there's going to be a war. I never said that. There may be a war. Who the hell knows? Prabhupada said there may be a war. He's nuclear war. He said. Yeah, of course we got all these things. It probably will, but why fight over it? Who knows? Who cares? It's a destruction. That's another thing. I was realizing chanting. How the world, see people. What I've noticed, from looking at this stuff. There's so many catastrophes. Well, every day there's a new one. It's just the world is being, dismantled. It's just what it is. And so anyway, many people don't have shelter. This is why people are flipping out and going crazy. You can't take shelter of even good ideas. You can't take shelter of logic anymore on the mode in the level of the mode of goodness. People are looking at you right in the face and telling you to act crazy, to be crazy. I mean, literally, people are going flipping out. They just can't stand it. They just the world is so in the mode of passion and ignorance, where that which is a lie is being told as a truth right in front of your face. You got a president here, right there on in the president is an exalted position in the world, right? You got a president giving a speech, talking to a dead person, relating to a dead person. So the whole world is flipping out over this. That are people have some intelligence.
Low battery, please charge.
And the people that
Thanks
are
for using.
in charge, they're all justifying it. If famous people saying, "Well, what's wrong? He's talking to a dead person. What's so unusual about that?" I mean, it's crazy. So good people cannot even take shelter of logic or truth, because if you do, then you're censored on the internet. See, everything is topsy turvy and crazy. So there's no, where is the shelter? Well, as I was chanting today, I realized this is the only shelter is transcendental mellows. You gotta transcend this world. There's no other shelter. You can't take shelter of intelligence, material intelligence, because the unintelligent are running the country, running the world. See, so there's, for the good people, there is no shelter. That's why they ultimately surrender to the Lord, because there's nowhere else to go. They can't even communicate with other people. Even some people in our sanghas, they're having problems because it's like, what the hell is this? Is crazy going on? Well, this is the thing. The Lord is driving us into the next uh, level of evolution, which is the spirit realm. The realm of spirit. And that's why we need the disciplic line. Everybody, the Vaishnavas need. What are these Vaidhi Bhaktas? Where do they take the shelter? What, in the rules and regulations and everything? And the world is being turned upside down. Where are they taking shelter? Where can they? I mean, where the illogical is becoming the logical. It's just, there's everyone. We all have to go here, and that's why, as I'm chanting, I'm really appreciating. Think, my God, what a great method to find real shelter, because everybody's looking for it. We're looking for safety. That's why you see the demons in the world. Their promotion is, oh, we have a plan to keep you safe. They know people inside are looking for certainty and safety. They want to be certain about something, but the world is a very uncertain place right now. People thought everything was under control, everything is going nicely. You got your job, you got your money, you got your nice house, and it's growing. See, you're growing materially in the world. Everything is growing fruitively, growing nicely, right? You're growing, and the Lord puts a fork in the machinery by flipping onto the destructive mode, destroying everything. You realize who's really in control here. You thought you were in control. We thought we were in control, right? The Lord is destroying everything. Oh, it's the demons, right? Are they who's causing this? Who's the cause of all causes? Who's the cause of all of our actions? I know myself. This is why I take shelter of the holy names and the pastimes of the Lord, because it lets me understand. Oh, I see. I'm working under the inspiration of the Lord. I'm like His puppet. They talk about puppet governments, and they're just puppets, right? For the thing, the puppets for the elites and the bankers and that. Well, yeah, are they puppet? They're also puppets, but they don't know it. Their knowledge only goes to the extent of control and manipulation, which puts you in illusion. See? Surrender. That's why the idea is surrender to the Supreme Lord, and then you become, in a sense, His puppet. But it's a wonderful thing. It's natural. It's intelligent. And you're not a puppet without sovereignty. You're a puppet because you're sovereign in the Lord. It's simultaneously one and different. You become a controller in this world, an empowered controller, surrendered controller. People look, then you get honor and respect. The Lord said, it's not like you're devoid. They have the idea called false prestige. That's ignorance. False prestige is you think oh, it's me. I'm doing all of this. It's just me. See, you're God now, but you're not God. It's a lie. See, the devotees are the empowered controllers. They understand how life really works. They get real intelligence. See, this you can take shelter of. This they don't censor. You notice even the demons are okay with this. I can put who's censoring my stuff? Nobody. And I'm talking about everybody. See, this is not a threat to the demons or to the demigods. This is their hope, actually. This is so true they can't even understand it. Look, the Vites, they don't understand us. They just totally yeah, they don't understand. The demigods don't understand. The demons don't understand. Everybody's bewildered. Why? Because we're surrendered to the Lord here. This is such a special place. People don't know. They have no idea. But we know why, because you get like what Lalita was talking about. Those who take shelter, the real devotees. You get real intelligence. You can realize, oh yeah, we're just kind of fools on the hill, looking at everything going by, just like the Beatles song. Not just one fool. See, before there's usually only one fool. We're making a lot of fools on top of the hill, looking down at the world going round. You know? So this is where it's at, man. This is where the peace is. Only a devotee, it says, only a devotee of Narayan has full peace. I always used to think of that verse. Lord Chaitanya taught that to Sanata Rupa in one of these chapters here. Only a devotee of Narayan, only a devotee of God has full peace, even in the midst of a battle. That's why you notice all of these pastimes of the Lord take place in the midst of a battle. Everything, there's always some kind of conflict going on. Otherwise, how can you have a good movie? Even on the transcendental world, you could look at this. Bhagavad Gita was spoken on a battlefield. Okay? Because that's the way life is. It's a battlefield. You notice that the demons are always fighting the demigods. Demigods are always fighting the demons. It's a battlefield. Okay? And then the Lord comes on the scene when everything gets really like to a crescendo and a real big crisis like nowadays. Okay? And this is it. We're he's got to use some avatar down here, doesn't he? People think he's going to just come out of the blue or something. How about he just uses some avatar? Just like the demons are being used, right? The demigods are being used. Well, why can't devotees? Why can't they represent the transcendental Lord? And they do. Jesus represented the Lord, didn't he? Lord Caitanya represented the Lord, whether you want to think of him as a great devotee or God. He was a representation. He came as a devotee. See? That's what they call an empowered devotee, Shaktivesh avatar. Whether you want to think of it, a lot of people in India and in Vrindavan, they think they give respect to Lord Chaitanya as a great devotee, saint, but not the supreme Lord. Yeah, so what? It's the same. It's Vishnu Tattva, man. He was empowered to do something important here. Let's deal with that. Yeah. He taught us how to meditate on that which would help us transcend the problems in the world. See? People think let's be by fighting them. See, let's get rid of the problem by destroying the problem, but nobody knows about how to transcend the problem. See, this is you got to connect with the parampara and transcend the problem. See? Very naturally, easily. The people of the world don't have that ability. They're lost in this fighting thing, and it's just it's like it wears you down, man. These people every day are fighting. All they got to say. Let's talk about the next catastrophe. There's never any good news. And people are looking, they're in that, and they're all anxiety and everything, and the fears and all of that. You being drained. Everybody's being drained like a battery. And after a while, what are you going to do? We come across with this message and say, hey, man, you don't have to be drained on this. Oh, yeah, destructive thing, it's happening, just, yeah. What do you, as everybody's fighting and everything, it's still what's happening is now they have, people are losing their jobs. After a while, you're not even going to have a postman job, because robots will be taking over, and the sheeple will be going into the metaverse, and they'll be playing games to make their little coins. And as they're depopulating, they, because it's not necessary people in the world, so it's just, just there's no jobs for them, so they're going. You go to another planet. What's not a big deal. You go where you can work. You got propensities to work. Oh, there's a planet for you somewhere. Right on this planet, they don't need so much anymore, so people are going. Because the living entities have to work, right? They're fruitive. That's the thing, and then so even in the metaverse, you're kind of working, but you're doing it in your mind. But then the body has to work, so it never works out properly. The body is meant to be to work. You have these propensities, and they want to put people in their mind, so that'll never work out. People go nuts. So anyway, see, everything is under the control and owned by the Lord, like these scriptures say. And the bottom line are these pastimes are so beautiful because they help us meditate on what the Lord meditates on, what He showed us an example of how to transcend, and starting with the holy name, just to enjoy the service, relish the service of serving God. Isn't that what wonderful? This can be for anybody. We can relish because we got to serve. Could you imagine having the service to take people out of their misery? You literally take them out of their misery, not put them out of their misery by some violent thing. You take them out of, oh, come on, you can become strong. You don't have to, you can get out of this thing where it's survival of the fittest, survival of the fittest in the world. Oh, yeah, well, you're stupid, you're not very smart, you're weak. So we'll just put you down. Okay? But here, the Lord puts us up. Hey, man, I love this. This is a wonderful service, man. Anybody out there, you have hope, man. More than hope here. You have assurance. In the Bible, you only have hope because nothing's really clear. It's not clear enough. Too much speculation, too many editors. Okay? But we have assurance here. You'll have step by step. You can see your experience is showing you're transcending this illusion. You're feeling strong. You're experiencing having intelligence and expressing real intelligence in this world. So much so that basically humanity has to catch up with you. You notice that? They're just trying to catch up. Okay? But to catch up, they have to go through the process. You got to go through the process of purification. You have to learn to identify what is of spirit and distinguish it from the mode of goodness, distinguish it from recycling energy, from saving the whales and being a Greenpeace. Well, you think that's going to save you? It's not saving them. I notice people in the mode of goodness, when I make contact with them, they're always still sad. All of them. Sachi, was sad, and she's still a little sad, but she's getting better. She's understanding gradually. I meet them and they're sad, and they and but that's a good point. You got to see that sadness. All your good deeds never got you through that. All your beliefs in astrologies and all never got you through the sadness till you met this. Why? Because I don't teach that path. I don't have any faith in astrology. Oh, it can work. So what? Big deal. Okay, the planet's influence and all that. You know, that's just to do with the body, material body. But I'm not the material. But I'm here to teach we're spirit soul, man. We have a relationship with the Almighty, Krishna, person who lives Govardhan Hill on his little pinky. See, and we do. We lift up the pastimes of the Lord, starting with his holy name, and you see the strength of God. That's basically what I'm saying. Can you lift up Govardhan Hill? Oh, I just did right now. I told you the esoteric purport that not a human being is that, not even Narayan Maharaj understood. The illustrious Narayan Maharaj understood what I just told you. See? So the Lord wants to make us strong. Take shelter of the devotees, and then you'll understand the esoteric nature of everything. The esoteric nature of Maya Tattva, the demons and the demigods, and all that stuff that nobody understands. They're all caught up in the hurricane there, fighting each other. They're just their minds are spinning from Trinavarta. It's only the devotees of Vrindavan playing with Krishna that are at peace and see these things. Yeah, so do you want freedom? You want peace? You want happiness? Real happiness, enduring every day. You see, look, Lalita is very happy every day. Johan chanting, except when they fight over Kali Yuga. Not her, but some of the other. Oh, Gohari said this about the world. For anything I said about the world, don't fight over it, man. It's just, it's just, it's being created and destroyed. So you can't take shelter of the creation or the destruction of the world. See, that's what people are learning, isn't it? See, people are trying to take shelter of their creation, what they've created, and people are destroying it. See, what did Jesus say? Don't take shelter. Don't find value in what is corruptible in the world, that moth and dust corrupt. See, spirit, everything's spirit. Be happy in spirit. See? Discuss Krishna. Discuss the truth. Isn't it wonderful every day? See? Distinguish it from illusion. You notice that? That's Bhagavatam. Then you can understand, oh, okay, it's not a big deal. It's just going on. They don't understand this in the world because they're caught up in it. They take it too seriously. Why are you taking the demons? So they're just acting naturally. They like to destroy. What is the big deal? That's what they do. You guys like to create. You like to create some nice material things in the world, material situation. You've eaten both. Both parties have eaten from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. They know that this is good and this is evil. Gaur Haridas says, "Oh yeah, it's good and evil, but I'm not interested. I'm more interested in what is from that blissful tree of transcendental mellows that was in the garden. Go back to the garden, man. Until you get tired of eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. All it does is put you in a conflict. It never find real peace. None of it. Demigods don't. They're always fighting the demons, especially now. It's big war. Demons are fighting the demigods to get control. Everybody wants control over this world. So what? What control over the world? Why not just? I like the Lord controlling. You want to destroy it right now? Okay. You want to create it? Okay. Whatever that's just going on. I don't have to get involved in that. Hey, I'm not into creation or destruction of the world. See? We're here to live. Those who want this option, you want to live in the eternal world. You can just. This is life, man. You can come here and get life. You can live in the eternal world. Here, you can live in the eternal world. See? If you look over there at the destruction too much, you'll be miserable and unhappy. Even devotees who do that, they know that's the big lesson. Myself included. I still get a little fascinated. I look at all this bullshit going on. I don't know. Just sometimes devotees. The thing is, when you got Krishna, you learn a lot from whatever you do. A lot of stuff that I'm doing, if you do it, you'll probably never, you'll just fall into it, never come out of it. But if you got Krishna, whatever you may do, like Markandeya, he just, one day he thought, boy, this Maya of yours is pretty interesting. Can you show me how it works? So he fell into it. The Lord said, okay, that's you want to look at it and check it out. Here you go. And he was going through the whole thing, the creation and everything, and a long time too. And then at one moment, like that, it shut off, and he was still where he was in just 1 second, because the Lord is in control of time. You see, and he went through all of these creation and destruction cycle, which is zillions of years. People incarnating 10 billion times. I mean, he went through the whole thing like that, and he was back at his ashram in just 1 second. And he went, wow. I mean, that our Lord is amazing. Past, present, and future, all of these things. See, we can have a relationship with that Lord. But that Lord doesn't even pay, oh, I just got a form to deal with all of that stuff. That's too much management for me. I just want to play in Vrindavan with my devotees. And that's kind of what we do. We play with the devotees of Lord. You just call them, associate with them, by mantra, and the happiness of that, of being with do that and show that example in the world. Say, hey, come on, look, we're here. You can also have fun with us. Didn't Narottam say that? Oh, they when they're preaching, they did it in that way. They, instead of directly saying you guys are fools, he said they put themselves. Oh, I'm so foolish that I don't associate with devotees. That wasn't him. That's everybody else in the world. They associate with demons and demigod types who will want to fight each other. In that pastime, which it's not a very nice taste. It's agitating. Oh, I'm so unfortunate. I don't associate with real devotees. Well, anyway, we're here for that. Those you want to find real peace out there. Come and join us. We have a great time in this Vrindavan consciousness. This is a new Vrindavan. You can see it. We're not hiding it. No hiding here. You see us. See what it looks like if you got a preview, an excursion trip to Vrindavan. See how the devotees are, because it's like these devotees here, how they worship. They cry in Vrindavan. They cry here. They laugh there. They laugh here. They love Krishna so much they choke up and tears pour out of their eyes there, and they do they here too. You want to see what Vrindavan is? Otherwise, you won't know. You just speculate. Everybody speculate. Oh, Vrindavan. Oh, it's like this, and they have no tears, and they that's why they. Oh, Vrindavan is a big intellectual place. That where there's a bunch of PhDs there. They're the real gurus, the PhDs in Vrindavan. And oh, everybody, they play the piano really nice. They got a lot of pianos there. Therefore, they are definitely authorized representatives of Vrindavan. And they never discuss the beauty of ecstatic love or anything like that. Those are all rules and regulations and things going on in the world, but without relation to Vrindavan. The feminism, everything. In Vaishnavism now, they're still materialistic. They're still talking only about rules and regulations and about the world of feminism, and they kind of like say, "Oh yeah, we want to be." More equal to women, women and men, it's all bodily shit, man, to do with your material body, and rituals to do with the material body. Keep your body in the ritual. Do rituals to develop your rituals. Okay? Now, but how much talk is there about develop your ecstatic relationship with God? And showing people that this is where it's at, man. Oh, look at the intelligence of these devotees who worship the Lord in great ecstatic love. Where's the example of that? Well, I think only here. All people here can show you is by their practice of worshiping the Lord in ecstatic love because they got the mercy. Obviously, must be a real guru here because you got the mercy to worship the Lord in ecstasy that you didn't really have before. Actually, the real mercy of God must be here, right? Just logical. This must be the place to go to transcend the illusion. Even materialistic Vaishnavism. You come here, you can transcend materialistic Vaishnavism and become acharya material yourself. You person that is you thought, oh, you were meant to be, oh, just be humble, Prabhu. The real meaning of that person, which they don't even probably know, is be suppressed like me, Prabhu. Be oppressed like I am, Prabhu. Be depressed like I am, Prabhu. And we say, I said, well, I'm sorry, I'm not going there. I'm not, no, no, be humble. No, that's not humility. Humility is worshiping the Lord in ecstatic love and the Lord bestowing his mercy upon you. And then, humility is an emotion, is a transcendental emotion. That's all fake. I don't like fake. I can tell the difference between gold and iron. That humble, be humble, Prabhu. Oh, that's for the neophytes. They can't distinguish between real humility and false humility. They can't tell the difference between false prestige, like a guru who doesn't deserve to be guru because they cannot actually take you to Vrindavan, and a devotee who can actually take you to Vrindavan, can make it manifest in your life, in your experience. They can't tell the difference between gold and iron. Isn't that amazing? I find that quite amazing. That's why you have to come and learn these distinctions. You can't, God, I didn't know I was a fool. I didn't know I was accepting iron as gold. Yeah, well, you have to be taught. You have to listen to an opinion of a person who is an experienced devotee, experiencing devotion. See, experienced devotee. That means real, not fake. Oh, this person's a great devotee. Yeah, well, what is that symptoms of that great devotee? Well, he plays the piano, he's very intellectual, teaches me lots of rules and regulations. Yeah, see, this is the, oh, that's the quality? No. So people need to know what is the quality and qualification of your leaders. That it's time now, right? Isn't it nice to know the quality and qualification of your leaders? You know, many of you didn't know what are these guys. I know a lot of people. They're confused. Even they may not admit it, but they after a while, it's like you start to wonder. It's like these politicians, not much different. This is kind of a sim thing. They're all not really good leaders. You're not a good leader until you are under the shelter, the transcendental potency. Not really. You can't help people very well. You're more or less an illusion. Yeah, so people they don't know how to distinguish. I mean, here we're here to. I'm just here to teach Bhagavatam. I love it, man. I love the whole thing. Just repeating the statements and clarifying this. Hey, man, the highest truth. Doesn't everybody naturally want the highest truth? Don't you, Govinda, want the highest truth? Wouldn't it be nice to have the highest truth? Well, does anybody even think about having the highest truth? They did. Well, I never thought of that. Well, you never heard a conversation from a real intelligent person wants to know the highest truth. They truth seekers. That's one of the best of the four types of persons. They want to know the truth. You come here, you become naturally, you become righteous like that, pious like that. You'll want to know the truth. Yeah, wow, I never thought of that. My gurus never activated me to want to know the truth. Well, because they don't represent the truth yet. False prestige. No, you have real, there is real prestige. There's false and there's true prestige. What is true prestige? Prestige is being a real devotee of the Lord, where the Lord uses you like a divine medium to teach his highest truth. And that's only if they have a real prema relationship, transcendental, eternal, prema, loving, ecstatic relationship with the Lord. Otherwise, the Lord can't use you for that. He can't use you to distribute the real Bhagavatam. Prabhupada says either the Bhagavatam and or the devotee. You could just have the devotee. If you hear from them, they will convince you, even without the book, actually, because you'll see this person is experienced. Well, you experience a realm. How do I experience that? Well, you just have to hear my word. You have to, do what I do. You have to believe in who I believe in. And that could be good enough, but could you imagine having the book Bhagavat? That really helps a lot. Then it's like your mind, the fickle mind, becomes like, oh wow, you can't escape into some illusion. Then now you escape into the truth. It's like a mouse that's been cornered. Mouse, they always going around like this. See, but when it finds a hole, it goes in, right? Finds safety. Well, there you go, man. That's our sangha. Everybody's like these little mouse scrambling around. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Where's the hole? You go to this guru, trying to get in the hole. There's no hole for safety in there. Oh, yeah, come get, I'll keep you safe. I'm Acharya Dave, man. Come and line up and get your shot, man. I'll save you. I'll give you safety. Hey, doing like the politicians do. Oh, you're a man of influence. Yeah, we can use this. See, this Maya says that. Also, oh, you're a man of influence here over people. Religious leader. Oh, they believe that you're going to take them out of this world. Well, we can use a guy like you. Come and you can build, and we'll use you to take people out of this world. But in that way, not in this way. Here we take people out of the world, and you come into spiritual consciousness. See, the little mouse, where people are like the little mice looking for the hole. Where's safety? Where's safety? Isn't that what they use? Isn't that what they use in the worldly situation? The politicians, safety, safety. We keep you safe. Keep you come in our hole. Come in, and you're trying to get in. There's no real safety there. You go into this hole that they've created, and there's nothing but fear, pain, suffering, misery, limitation. See, you come in this hole, you find this palace. What did Jesus say? In my Father's house there are many mansions. Oh, you want to come in this hole? There's a big mansion in there. I saw this thing on the internet yesterday. They found this underground place. I thought this was amazing. There's a lot of stuff being revealed. And they go down and they found this underground like thing, where you go, it's like steps that go underground, and it's just this kind of thing going into the ground. They went in there, and there's a beautiful kind of, like path going down there. It opens up into this gorgeous room. This is real. Down there, they have these. See, well, that's the way it is. You come into Sadhu Sangha, you look in this direction, you enter a palace, a mansion. See, of spirit. See, Jesus talked in metaphor and analogy, didn't he? He was talking about this place. The kingdom of God is this consciousness. It's within and at hand. That's what our Vrindavan is built in on. That foundation. See, within we pull up there, we chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy amongst ecstatic devotees. Pull up that kingdom. See, and enter it. We don't have to go anywhere. Narada does it all the time, and we've got the same capability like him. Yeah. Boy, let's see if you guys are thinking. Mhm. It's time for the Lord's courtesy. Stop being an asshole. Ooh, a lot of comments here. Yeah. Freddie, where is the guru? And then you find an asshole. you enter that. You enter that little place there from the backside. Anyway, that's the Lord's Maya. People say, why do you talk about the guru so much? Well, we got to talk about reality distinguished from illusion. Well, you believe the illusion is reality. How am I? Would I just got to just be like what I went in these other spiritual groups? They just talk ratty, 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 and nobody makes any advancement because they keep going in the a hole. They can't come. You need to see the spiritual master, chapter 1. These principles is they tell you what is unfavorable association so that you can chant in ecstasy, don't they? They don't. The Vaidhi Bhaktas don't chant with the kind of ecstatic love that they see here. They can't even believe in it. They don't. They don't even accept it as true, simply because of their association that they believe in. So you have to prove that your knowledge is more full than their knowledge. They have to see the whole situation as it is, right? Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't know that. My guru couldn't even point it out. Oh, thank you. You see, Bali Maharaj. Oh, I made a mistake. I thought my guru could deliver me. All he could do was raise dead bodies. Oh, okay, I made a mistake. I'll go to Vamanadev. That's Bhagavatam. It says, oh, even though he had a lot of charisma, energy, and he did austerities, like Narayan Maharaj, he was one of those, did a lot of austerities, and he got kind of powerful, you know, but not like the kind of power that Vamanadev had to give intimacy with the Lord. That's what Bali Maharaj got from Vamanadev. Vamanadev became his doorman. He went even to hell and he was cool. He was cool in the hot hell. Could you imagine that? Just like here. You come here, you become cool, even in the midst of this big firing squad here. This is all it is, a firing squad. They're lining people up and shooting them, literally, with the needle. Not only that, in many ways. Even in the midst of the firing squad, we're cool and calm and collected. Why? Because that's proof you're transcending this illusion. This proof that this is powerful. This is one more than wonderful, beyond what you can believe. Takes you out of misery, even in the midst of a battle like this here. I think that's amazing. That's what gets me convinced. The big snake waiting to devour the little mice. That's what, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic, this whole thing, man. It's just, yeah, the more I think about it, the more committed I get. I used to go to these things when I was in Goa, and I took my little break from Vaishnavism. I went to Satsang. I wanted to see, well, let me go to Satsang. Satsang means meeting in truth. And I would go there, and I felt this kind of a high, because they talk about you're not this body, and they don't be in your story. And I felt there's a kind of a buzz you get from that. But it's not the full truth. See, it's meeting in truth. Better, more accurate thing is meeting in partial truth, part of the truth. See, and everybody's having these kinds of meetings in either partial truth or twisted truth, truth that's been twisted. It doesn't give you full happiness. None of it, except this. This is complete truth. Truth, highest truth, transcendental mellows, relishing the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, relishing Lord Chaitanya's names, Jesus' names, relishing associating with transcendental beings by mantra. You call them, they come, and you're fully set. All your desires are satisfied. That's the highest truth. I don't believe you, Gordon. Well, come in and we'll show you every day. I still don't believe you. Well, come and my disciples will show you. I still don't believe it. I don't want that. I want to be Guru Dave. I want a lot of followers. I want to be worshipped. I want I want prestige. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go on your way. You get a lot of followers out. A lot of people, beginners, and they can't tell the difference, and nor do they want to know the difference. Just fool me. You notice how many people, they don't even want to think. No, just fool me. Yes, whatever you say, I'll comply. Prabhupada used to say, he would look at this and he knew he had his work cut out and he couldn't do it. It's just, let me just write my books and later on somebody will do it. But he always says, don't surrender your intelligence, man. Surrender with intelligence. And that's what's being taught here. Surrender with intelligence. Yeah, it's intelligent to get out of misery. It's intelligent to get out of eating from that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. See, I know this is good. I'm a good person. This is good. Oh, that person is evil. Let's fight him. And the evil person is saying, oh, this person, he's trying to fight. He's trying to fight me. Doesn't he know he's got some of that in him too? Oh, you think every good person doesn't have any evil in them? Oh, no, that's another suppression thing. That's what I tell you. That's what the demons are using now. They want to draw the evil out of the good people. They do. They want to. They want them to serve, to bow down. See, whatever you worship, you get that. They want the good people to bow down to what is evil. Bend that knee. See, and then you get that spirit inside you by your worship. See, it's all scientific. This whole thing. So that's why you see totalitarianism is to make people you rule with a boot on your neck, on their necks. You force these people, these good people, into submission. Hiranyakashipu did. He got the demigods, forced them to submit. He was so powerful. Hey, but that principle works here too. But it's different. Surrender by intelligence. The boot is taken off your head. Totalitarianism is taken off you because now you're in totality. You're total. Yeah. You're set free by the Lord's grace. Yeah, do what they do with the body, whatever they do, they do. It's temporary. I noticed the Lord's speeding everything up. I can't believe it. Almost, I just feel like it was just Sunday. That's how I know because there's this fair that goes on every Sunday. It was just here, and the rent too. I just paid my rent, and it's coming up already. I feel like I just paid it yesterday. Everything is speeded up like this now. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, speed it up, man. It's great, man. Whatever you want. You speed up everything. Get it up. Get over with, man. That's what even Jesus said that. He said the Lord sped it up for the elect. That just conclude. Oh, the Lord's, consider me I've been elected. See, now, isn't that the way you want? You got your choice now. You could be elected like they do there. They got to cheat in the elections, and then they suppress it. Oh, don't ever say there was any cheating going on. It's just it's a farce. It's a Fellini movie, man. Don't you say, don't even think that any cheating, don't put it anywhere on faith. There was cheating in the elections. There was all this cheating. See, they're elected like that by cheating, by lies, by things. The same thing in religion, same thing in Vaishnav. They were elected. They elected themselves. Prabhupada didn't elect them to be gurus and saviors of the world. I would never follow a person like that. You got to be a fool to follow Prabhupada if you believe he elected them to be saviors of the world, because it's a lie. Why would Prabhupada lie? Why would he promote idol worship? If I believed that he did that, I would never follow him. I would never believe in him. I would believe, oh, he's just part of the Maya. I am into the truth. And thank God the Lord has showed me, like, can you see what they did? I even heard, it's all out there. Yeah, they got around, they sat around, let's have the same story, just like the politicians do. And today we're going to divide up the world, just like those politicians do. They get all these demoniac kings, they get together and they got their share of the power, like all the nations got together in the United Nations. All these gurus got together and decided on the same story. And these are your leaders. They can't lead you anywhere really good. Nothing good is built on hypocrisy, my friends. It's got to be built on the truth. Isn't it nice? I love that. Solid, man. I feel it, man. People say, "Oh, are you sure you're?" I think I heard Lalita talk about this morning. About are you sure you're doing the right thing? They don't know. And like she asked him, well, how do you know you're doing the right thing? Well, it says in the book. They have no transcendental awakening, therefore they don't know, if they're doing the right thing in their hearts. Their hearts are all clogged up and blocked up. They're depending on the scriptures, and they can't feel that. It's just like, well, I'm just doing it because the scriptures say do it. Okay, that's called blind adherence to the rules and regulations of the shastras. Well, you want to transcend that? That's what we're here. We're unblock this thing and make it very natural to know what is the pleasure of the Lord. The pleasure of the Lord is to chant the holy name in great ecstatic love, my friends. I am certain about that. I am so certain about that. Yes. I am certain. Isn't it? It's so nice to be certain. Listen, world, you can be certain because they're not giving you certainty. Maya never gives you certainty. It makes you always uncertain, in doubt. That disempowers you. The scriptures are meant to empower you, to make you from coming from a point of weakness to strength. The Shastras are meant to bring you into your personal relationship, your natural relationship with the spiritual being of the universe that all liberated souls are connected to. They're liberated, the ones that are liberated in the Bhagavan realization, the Supreme Lord as He is in eternal ecstatic relationship. So they're in that Lord, and that Lord is in them. You see that communion by the simple chanting of the holy name in ecstatic union. If you're not doing that, you're on some level more or less a cheater. If you say you're a leader, so stop cheering on these kinds of leaders. Wasn't Lord Caitanya an example of the path he taught? Didn't he chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion? Didn't Nityananda? Didn't all the devotees that were his real followers? That's what the people of the world, whether you're in the world or especially if you're a Vaishnava, you should be looking for those who are like you or are worshiping, that they are showing and proving to you that they have the mercy of that Lord that you're worshiping, which is to chant the holy name in great ecstatic love. If nobody is showing that, you don't know. You are not certain. You cannot be certain. You don't even think it's important to be certain. You live a life of uncertainty. Your certainty, oh, Gohari, I'm certain he's doing the wrong thing, is uncertain because it's not in truth. I'm certain I'm doing the right thing. I even have the Shastras to back it up. And then I have triply certain. Not only does my own experience back it up, the Shastras back it up, and my preaching field backs it up. Those who are coming here to listen, the Lord shows that mercy upon them also. Here I'm facing off the whole world of Vaishnavism, in my opinion, differs from all of them. Every one of them. And they say that's therefore you're wrong because your opinion is like Sudama's opinion and it differs from the millions of people worshiping the false god. I'm happy about that. That shows you must be doing something right because the few people who are coming here are getting ecstatic devotion like they had 550 years ago, which is the real path of prema that the Lord taught. Yes, you are the lucky one. Yeah, and you know what? I'm here. I want to make others lucky too, and I am making others lucky. I'm happy about that. Now I got friends. We're all the lucky ones. Isn't that nice? Don't be envy. Guys don't have to be envious, but you can. If it's naturally coming up, bring that envy over here. You should be envious of this. Bring that envy, and then you realize oh wow, there's no need for me to be envy because he's given out this to them. They're look at all these devotees are ecstatic like Gohari Das, also, maybe even more. Wow, that must be a great place to be. Look, the real wealth of bhakti is there. Oh, they're teaching that's real wealth. I thought it was rules, regulations, regulative programs was the real wealth. No, the real wealth, yeah, you're right. I did read that in the books, that ecstatic love was the topmost goal. Doesn't it say in chapter 23 of Madhya Lila, love of Krishna, love of God, topmost perfection in life? Oh, and we can see that with our own eyes. Oh, these other people said he was Sahaja, they're Sahaja. But look, every day they worship in great happiness and they smiling all the time, crying, laughing. Yeah, well, maybe this doing different is good thing. We thought just looking at a bunch of sourpusses, just because there are more of them, was the good thing. See how we're turning everywhere. They got no chance, right, Lalita? We've won already because we got Krishna. Yeah. Look at the battle curse. All Arjuna said, I'll take you, Krishna. And Durona says, no, I'll take the armies. Yeah, see, you ISKCON gurus and Gaudiya Math, you got your big army over there. You're all together in cahoots. You got your big armies. And Gohari just has this little small group of people, 19 people, out of millions of Vaishnavas, and we're going to win because we got the real Krishna. I'm going to prove it. He's going to prove it here. He's already proved it to you guys. We're a battle, like a battle, what do they call that? A battalion. See, battalion, battlers. We're going to do battle, man, with the illusion. Defeat it. For the welfare of everybody, right? Not just just so that we can be victorious. So Krishna can be victorious over the hearts of everybody, make everybody happy like us. I'm envious. You do not know me, but I think you know me more. Oh yeah, yeah. I like. I like because you like to come here as you are is beautiful. You're yourself. You're real. You're really who you are. You know, and it's okay. It's fine. There's a lot of people like you that piss others off here. It's no problem. We were looking at sourpusses because there are more of them. You believe in the path of the sourpuss because there are more of them. That's the herd mentality. We don't follow the herd. Come on, people must have known. You know, that's finding respect now. Those who don't follow the herd. Well, we certainly don't, do we? We're the stampede. We're just trampling over everything. We're the great, the people they're making. We're the winemakers, and we do it the old way. We just jump on the grapes, like like these, the ones the those Christian guys. I forgot their names, but they used to make wine, to facilitate, and they'd be jumping on the grapes with their feet stamping on the grapes. That's what we're doing here. We're making wine like this, churning the ocean of milk, and getting Krishna to come out of it. That's Bhagavatam, man. The truth arises. See, from reality distinguish illusion. The truth arises. That's the Lord in your heart. I love you. See, of course, I appreciate you two there, You come here. You like to come here. You like to associate with devotees. I think that's ideal. I don't have to look at faults. I don't. Why look at fault? Look at the good quality. Look at, she's coming here. She likes the devotees. She likes to messages me and others. Hey, she's associating with devotees, and look at the good side. I may not agree with her, but she's herself. She's do you know I'm okay? Yeah. Lord Caitanya, he just came to make friends with the devotee. He didn't say come to judge them. Even Jesus, he said, I didn't come to judge the world. I came to save it by being friends. That's what happened, man. Oh, we didn't read anything yet, did we? Okay, well, let's see if we can get back to that. It's better today. Yesterday was a rant. It was such a rant that I put the thing on private. I didn't want anybody to see the rant. But then Karuna made the thing, made a whole video of the rant, and I watched it. And I thought, wow, this was powerful, man. But it's not time to. Well, I'll put it out at a later date. It's something really wonderful to know why the Lord did what he did. Sometimes he has to show you. He has to show you why he feels like that. And it's great. I really love it. Oh, wow. Now I see why you did this. That pastime with the milk drinker and the brahmachari, I'm always like, oh, yeah, that's amazing. But I couldn't quite enter it until I actually had experience of this. Then I could understand. The Lord, he was having an experience of this disturbing his kirtan, you know, people believing in these things, and this is the essence of the problem. Instead of believing in the association of the Lord's devotees and what they preach out of revelation and realization because of their prema, their ecstatic, intimate relationship, people believe in other things. They believe in others who don't have such an intimate relationship, and therefore they don't get liberated very fast. So the Lord had an exclusive amount of devotees there who were on the same page. They had faith in Vaishnavas, they had faith in the Lord, they had faith in what he said and what he taught. They had faith in his ecstasy, primarily. And so it was nice to be around, but those who don't have faith in their ecstasy and the words of the devotees, see, the Lord didn't let. Don't bring me any of these people who have faith in renunciation or the mode of goodness or being a good person or being a recycle. No, they're you know, they're having faith in not the real thing. The real thing is having faith in the association of real devotees who have the mercy of the Lord. That's the real path. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Leela. That's the postgraduate understanding of Vaishnavism that we're preaching here. It's the simple truths. These verses are just like one little verse, nothing complicated. Simple concept. Oh, you mean I can be liberated? Yeah, you just do what those disciples, those fishermen. Look, they're just fishermen. Fishy smell. They smell like fish. Look at the tax collector, man, the scum of the world. Tax collectors, right? Everybody think, ooh, tax. You hate these guys. Scum of the world, man. They came and they became saints just by associating. See, isn't that what Lord Chaitanya taught? Isn't that what Jesus showed by his example? Lord Chaitanya was a touchstone. Those associated with him and liked what he did and everything, they became ecstatic devotees like the Lord and his associates. Simply by associating with an ecstatic devotee, you become an ecstatic devotee. He showed that just by his example. People who could not chant the holy name, even liberated souls like that Brahmin he met in South India. He meets a Brahmin in South India who knew, studied the glories of the holy name, who was sort of ecstatic and liberated, simply liberated because he had faith in the name of Lord Ram. It was so faithful and so happy chanting it, he did it for 24 hours a day. And he knew, he says, boy, this Hare Krishna mantra is extolled, is glorified even more than the name Ram, but I can't chant it. He had no happiness in chanting it. Only Ram, Ram, Ram. Then Lord Chaitanya comes to his door. Simply by the association of Lord Chaitanya, he started chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Just by appreciating his ecstatic love. Because the Lord, when he came to the door, was coming in ecstasy. People saying the Lord didn't show, Lord doesn't show, don't show ecstasy. The Lord was showing. He was coming to the doors, ecstatically worshiping Krishna, chanting Krishna, Krishna in ecstasy. And the Brahmin accepted that. Oh, come on in for a meal. And all of a sudden, just by doing that service, by that association, by that appreciation of the Lord's mood, he could chant Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So simple. Isn't that amazing how that's happening here too? Look at you guys. Yeah, maybe there's some more purification. But still, you're chanting, many of you, in ecstasy. You can chant Hare Krishna, the name Krishna. You can chant the pastimes of Krishna in ecstasy. And all these non-believers out there, you're a non-believer. I'm here to teach the path of Lord Chaitanya, man. If you don't have faith in the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which is flowing here in this Sangha, then you are just tumultuous croaking frogs, like the verse says. Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 8. We not only believe in the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, but that mercy is being manifested through us in this Sangha and nowhere else that I've seen. And proof is most persons think we're in the illusion. We don't get invited to a class, and the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is genuinely flowing here. No one ISKCON devotee says, oh, come to our house. Just simply by doing that, they would probably become an ecstatic devotee. Simply by doing that. Isn't that amazing? Because that's how it works. That Brahmin invited Lord Chaitanya in for a meal, and boom, he became an ecstatic chanter. 24 hours a day, he began chanting Krishna, Krishna. 20 pounds a session only? 20 million pounds. I don't, that's too cheap, man. Thanks for your generous donations, you those who gave. I won't have to mention names, but you know who you are out there. May you, and it's so funny, it's the ecstatic chanters who do that. Thank you very much. That's the nature of ecstasy. It's amazing, you know. It's just amazing. Your heart changes everything, you know. It changes everything. Gratefulness comes, all that. It's amazing. You realize, wow, these are real riches, isn't it? Isn't it real rich? Man, oh, we're so clean rich, man, and getting more clean every day, more cleansed from this chant is amazing. God, you know. I find it so I just, Lord, thank you so much, man. Even though I'm so mischievous, I'm such a rebel, man. You know, I go in, I just do whatever I want, and you know, just I go and I look at it all over Facebook. I look at all this crapola that they're doing and all this. I watch a few movies here and there, and you know, I deal with finances and all that stuff. But then I come here, and my God, man, my Lord's here. I'm so happy. That gives me hope for the world, man. You know, it shows you the Lord won't leave you. The Lord will be there whenever you want to focus there as much as you want. Isn't that amazing? As much as you want, or as little, you know, you can be involved in the world, and we got protection. It's like Vrindavan was like that. Everybody was doing their duties. They were doing the cows and all that stuff, but Krishna was always there for them. God, it's so nice to have that in my life. And that shows you, like, you don't have to be anything different. You don't have to be anything special. You just be who you are. Just come into the association of devotees and feel the shelter. If you're just friendly with it from your heart, if you just like, oh, I just like these devotees. Oh, boom, that's it. See, Mayavadi, a beautiful glorification, you know? We will not leave you because God is in the house. That's true. So true. Great realization. My dear Gurudev, you are so full of grace and mercy for all of us here. Oh, I'm just, you know, this is my Lord. He gives this inspiration. Without him, I can't. You know, it's like a flute without any breath. There's no beauty in just a flute. You got to hear it play, man. So if you're lucky, we're teaching how to be played by the Lord. We're all flutes, man. You come here, you get cleansed, the flute gets hollowed out, you know, and then the Lord plays a beautiful song through you. You know, one that liberates others, makes them happy. Anybody, you know, you don't hate anybody. I don't hate Biden. I don't hate, you know, like Acharya Deves or Narayan. I don't hate them. I don't hate their disciples. But it appears like they think, Gar, he's our enemy. They don't understand. See, they can't understand. The verse tells you why. Even the greatest scholars, see, chapter 23 of Madhya Lila, of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Even the greatest scholars cannot understand the mind or the emotions or the plans or the understanding of a person who worships the Lord in this prema. And as you guys get prema, you know what I'm talking about. Nobody, you know, understands. Yeah. But they will, and those who come, you're here to help them. I mean, really help people. It's so nice to be helpful on the level of liberating souls, soul winning, man. Yeah. Ah, let's make another attempt at reading the book. Ah. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is compared to a cloud that pours water on fields of grain, which are like devotees suffering from a shortage of rain. You know, in the broader perspective, Everyone is a devotee. We're all. That's why the Uttamadikari vision is they see everybody as a devotee. See? But people, because of being devoted to the Lord's Maya, it makes them shriveled up, makes them like prunes, like they become devoted to false with happiness that's false. That's not who it's not part of who they are. Their spirit. See, so Lord Chaitanya's spirit, he came here as spirit in a human-like form. See? And just by being in touch with that Lord, see, it was like giving life to these people that were suffering from a shortage of rain. I mean, even people here, you can see the devotees here coming. They come here and they feel the life of the Lord coming into them. See, by devotees being used to deliver this special life of the Spirit, Hari Katha, talking about Krishna, talking about the truth, being reminded of the truth. This gives that life to the fields of grain, suffering from a lack of water, and then the grains grow. You see, they start to flower, fructify, fruits. See, because without this kind of water, with real sadhu sangha, with real sadhus who have real ecstatic love, this stuff Krishna cannot water. Lord Chaitanya cannot water. He has to water through a hose. The devotee is his hose. Oh, isn't that amazing? You got to find, how do you get water if you're trying to water a lawn? It comes through the hose, right? Where's the hose? Well, this is the fire hydrant here. This is the hose. See, and you get watered, and then the Lord uses you to water the fields of grain. See, you fructify this love, and you become a hose. Flute, hose, whatever analogy you want to use, same idea, right? The water comes through the hose, the water of life. See, suffering from a shortage of rain. See, this rain has to come through the cloud, right? Again, another analogy. See, the cloud. Where is the cloud? You ever see up in the sky, sometimes there's a rain cloud, one. And everywhere else is just nothing but their rain cloud. You ever been under that? You ever see, they call them sun showers? And so if you want to be under the rain, you want to get the rain, you got to go to under that cloud that's giving the sun. The sun is like Maya beating on everybody in the universe, beating down, beating them down, beating them down, beating them down. And then there's a devotee who's like a cloud, like this rain cloud. They're raining down the truth that makes, because everybody's dry. You ever see a desert that's in turn, they put real water in the desert, and I've seen crops grow there. They just been waiting for the water. See, and then the water comes, and then things grow, or things in the water. They're storing water, like these barrel cactuses. They have to have the water, otherwise they can't exist. See, so devotees like rain clouds, they pour this rain. The rain is Hari Katha, the holy name of Krishna, talking about the absolute eternal truth, telling the conditioned souls, you're only in the desert. You're only in the desert because you're looking at the desert. Your attention is on the desert, not on the water. Come, the water, the cloud is right here. Come under the cloud. Come and lock on, man. Lock on. Lock your attention on over here. The desert is over there. You're listening to. You're caught up in the knowledge of good and evil. You're taking that knowledge. You're cultivating that knowledge. This is evil, and let's fight. Or this is good. Let's control it. See, come and here, come under this cloud. This is where the real water is. People are suffering. They're prunes and sourpusses. You know, sour puss on the face is the puss. Pus is because all that pus in there. See, this Shastra. See, so you want Lord Chaitanya's mercy, you got to come under the cloud of that mercy. Ramananda Roy was compared to a cloud. People come under the cloud, they got the rain. If you're not under that cloud, see, the cloud is a devotee, is a person, is a particular hose with that particular water. They're very rare. And otherwise, you're being beaten down by the sun of the illusion. So many illusions in so many places. Even goodness is an illusion. Devotees say, I don't live on goodness. Well, you know, the body lives on goodness. The body needs to be regulated. The body needs good food. The body needs good air, right? Mode of goodness. See, but the spiritual body needs this water. Hari Katha talks about, heartfelt talks about the absolute truth. Chanting the holy name in great extent, that's the water. No other water for Krishna to grow. My devotees, that's the ones who have real devotees, the real clouds, the real hoses for bhakti, are the root from which I grow in you, in your bodies. Otherwise, you are unaware of that Lord. He's not even born. You must be born again to enter the kingdom of God. Is simply looking at Krishna's born in your heart, man, explodes up, and you look, oh, look at this baby. You continue looking at him, and Krishna grows and you grow. Simultaneously, devotees grow. Krishna's growing, you're growing. Growing in realization. The Lord's growing, you're growing together. You're growing together. More beautiful. That people don't grow alone. You got to grow with somebody. People are growing in the world because of growing the garden of the fruit of nature, growing the garden of the modes of nature that's in the modes of nature, growing that garden. They don't have any idea about Bhagavad Gita and the three modes of nature, that a very important topic. See, it came through a hose. That hose was Krishna. You got to find the real hose that gives you real knowledge. Otherwise, you're caught up in the modes of nature. You don't even know. You don't know what mode you're in. You don't know what is happening. You're just caught up and you're just acting like a machine. See, the only way to get out, become real, you have to realize the higher dimension. You have to, you understand the modes of nature when you're lifted to the spiritual platform. You can't understand the modes of all nature fully, clearly. In the mode of goodness, even they're not clear. You gotta meet a real devotee, hosing you down with spirit, things that awaken your spirit. Then you can understand Bhagavad Gita. Really understand, right? To those who worship Krishna, being hosed down by the ecstatic devotion, see, with loving ecstasy. Learn from my real devotees like this. I give them the understanding. See, modes of nature, understand that topic and so many topics. You got to be drawn out of that to really understand. You can't say you understand Bhagavad Gita if you don't understand Krishna. Well, I understand Krishna as in the mode of goodness. Well, it's not the real. That's his illusory potency, mode of goodness. Even it's a covering for the truth. Still, you got to go deeper than that. See, that's why you got to meet the real devotees. You look at them, and you're looking at spirit. You hear their word, it's spirit. It gives you realization of all the modes of nature. You transcend all the modes of nature by hearing from a devotee. Why you understand why Krishna says, "Oh, transcend all the modes of nature by surrendering to me." Well, the real me or the real Krishna is given by his real devotees who have the real Radha, the real Krishna. That's how you surrender. If you surrender this word, then you're proof that you are that you get the mercy of the Lord will show you. Oh, you listen to the word of my real devotee and not my false devotees, my fakes, my false representations. Ah, you're listening. Let me give you the reward. What do you get? Money? What do you get? Prestige? What do you get? Something material? No, you get the same love, the same jewel that your guru has. To worship the Lord in intimacy and ecstasy. There you go. Pearl of great price explained. You attain Vrindavan relationships with Krishna and his devotees. Garden of Eden explained. You attain the kingdom of God. Loving relationships with the Lord is the explanation. Here, in this world. Blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. Oh, you understand how that works. Your heart gets purified by ecstatic, intimate worship of the Lord in loving ecstasy. Oh my God, this book is Krishna. Wow. Let me give it a hug. See? This is God here. Oh, this word is God. If I tell you what's really in the scriptures, you got God. If I tell you what's not in the scriptures, you got illusion. That's how it works. That's the war. Truth against illusion, right? It's purification to get it. You got to come into this society of devotees, man. Get purified, wash your clothes. Just think of this as a washing machine. There may be false devotees, but whoever trying to do his best is okay. No throw stones. Well, my buddy, that's kind of like person. A person is driving down the road, and the rule is no speeding. Okay, person's driving around and speeding, but they don't know their rule. They don't know that rule. They don't know the rule, and they're just speeding down the road. And a cop comes by and says, "Hey, man, don't you know you don't know the law, and you're not supposed to speed." And the cop says, "Well, this is the law of the universe. You need to know this. That you're doing something wrong. You're not acting in knowledge of what's really going on. I have to give you a ticket." No, 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 no. I'm doing my best to know, and so therefore I don't want to accept the ticket. See, and the person goes on and speeding and making a mess of things. See? Well, that's what people do. They don't know the law, and they say, "Well, I'm doing my best. I'm representing Guru." Say for this Guru, I'm representing the Guru of Vrindavan. I'm doing my best, but people are not getting delivered still. I'm still doing my best, but I can't deliver anybody, but I say I can. I'm doing my best, and the person say, "Hey, he's doing his best. I'm going to Vrindavan that way. He's doing his best." So I come along and I say, "Well, it's not you could do your best. Okay, fine, that's something. But still, you can't deliver anybody. You got to follow the law. You got to follow the rules. The rules of God are come into the association of my real devotees, the ones who come here to deliver the people. To deliver what? Deliver the real Krishna. Deliver the real Radha, especially. Give them devotion so that they can be liberated out of illusion." See, that's the highest rule. See, then the person becomes set free, becomes real sovereign in their love for God. That is the ultimate truth. That is the ultimate rule. No, 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 this devotee's doing his best. I'm going to follow him instead. Go ahead, Lalita.
We are not throwing with stones at all. We are preaching conclusive truth, and
Yeah.
they can't hear it, and they interpret it like we are true, but we are not throwing with stones. They are doing that.
Yeah. Oh, well, pointing out it's preaching Bhagavatam because see, your people are taking shelter of words of people who have not realized the truth. That's a lie. On some level, it doesn't matter. They can be, like for example, Narayan Raj. Oh, go away from Gohar. Let me reinitiate you. He doesn't really know the truth. And he's not really a real devotee. See, go away. Now he was doing his best. I mean, I admit it, he was doing his best. He told my disciple also, Radhanath, oh, Gohari, he's not a represent. See, Radhanath, he's doing his best. Maybe, I don't know, probably could be. I don't know. Let's give him benefit of doubt. Yeah, say he's doing his best. Yeah, go away from Gohar. That's not the right place for you. That's not. You'll not get delivered there. Go to Narayan Raj. He's in the real line. They two of my disciples doing it. They're doing their best. Okay? But still, they're not following the law. The law is you go to the ecstatic devotees. That's here. I'm showing. Hey, man, that wasn't true. That was a lie. Prabhupada gave me the order to take this position to liberate people and do things that either Radhanath or Narayan Raj couldn't do. They couldn't even understand what I was doing. And it was good at that time, appropriate, because I also wasn't so clear. But now I am. See? So we're all learning. Hopefully, they're learning in their next. Well, hopefully Radhanath's learning. He's still around. He may not learn. He may be stuck in the same mentality that he did right by leading my disciple. Maybe back then it was okay because I was not fully confident yet. I had to face the gurus off, face off with them to find out what they really knew and didn't know or didn't have. No, Lalita, sorry, I've never heard anything, not even a word bad about your Sangha. But you think he is false. Well, whether you hear something bad about our Sangha or not, if they're progressive, if they want to transcend the level of Vaidhi Bhakti, come into the real mission of Lord Caitanya, they can do it. If not, there's some falsity there because that's not. I mean, they're worshiping Lord Caitanya, right? They're worshiping Radha and Krishna, but this is where it's going. And if you're not going there, there's going to be some falsity. You don't know what is the absolute truth. The absolute truth is loving, ecstatic worship of Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. And if that's not what you're doing, and I haven't seen really anybody really doing that, then the other thing is the path. The path is the devotee who is worshiping Lord Chaitanya in ecstatic, loving devotion. That's the path Lord Chaitanya taught. Go ahead, Lilita.
Maya Mayavati should inform herself a little bit better because we hear blaspheming our Sangha every day. Every day they call us Sahajas. Guru Maharaj has been called Sahaja for 20 years. So if you'd never heard it, we did. It's because you're not informed. We need to we really need to defend our guru. You're here in the best place on earth, the best guru there is, and you're always coming into class, coming discussing over and over again. I play my role. I defend my guru. Full stop.
Well, Mayavadi, they got their commitment. Yeah. I think she's also saying, her guru. She's maybe not thinking of the other gurus or other teachers or other people. Yeah. Yeah, she was talking about her guru particularly. Not just every guru. Maybe she doesn't know about that. I don't know.
But what does her guru knows? Does he know that you're here, who you are? Does he inform himself? I want to know what he thinks about Guru
Oh
Maharaj.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because then he would join. He's dying. It's time to join here then, if
Yeah,
he loves my guru.
yeah,
Maharaj is saying our Sangha.
yeah. Well, I think gradually, gradually, it's just like the world. The world is gradually waking up. This is part of it. Part of it. We just do our thing here. Sadhu Sangha, everything comes naturally. This all came natural. All I did was just glorify Lord Caitanya, teach, and share, then gradually people coming. Protector of cows. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know. The protector of cows is kind of external. I mean, that's why ultimately you need to transcend external gurus. I mean, they're only into cow protection and stuff. Um, so but that's protecting cows is still material. I mean, the cows are they are looking for grass, right? These are also analogies. They're meant. People are the cows. It's you want to lead them to grass, right? Isn't that what a cow herder does? They take them and shepherd them to the grass so they can graze on the grass. Well, this is the food. People, the cows, is you could say, is the world. And so those who are under the shelter of the cowherder, if they say, "See, you got to come by your faith and your belief, and then you come, and then they lead you to the grazing." Otherwise, it's just external. Oh, I'm here to protect the cows outside, and you lead them to graze on material grass, and your life is successful. So you think. My whole life is I hear that. One guy says, "My life is dedicated to Varnashram Dharma. And I'm dedicated to cow protection. I want to lead them to the green grass so that they can eat." You think that's the green grass Jesus was talking about? He said, "Come in the door, and so that you can graze on the real grass." See, the grass is great. Grass, that, graze, smoke the name, and smoke come out of your ears, man. But even the cow is itself a person. That's right. So you little cows out there, you persons, come out here, and we'll give you some real grass to get stoned on. Not just eat and have no buzz. You come here, we'll give you. See, Krishna, his name is the grass, man. Get you really stoned. Don't you see every day I get stoned out of my mind? Isn't that great? It's what it's about. See, literally. It's about being stoned out of your mind. So your mind ain't just moving on the mental platform. You're stoned out of your mind. You transcend the mind into the spiritual dimension. Your mind is filled with that, intoxicated with that, controlled by that. That's how you get mind control. You want a mind control? Is being stoned on the grass of God, on the name of God. That's where you control your mind. And if you're unwilling to do that, well, you got Biden out there, and Biden, he's putting out his bid for your mind, man. They want to do that kind of mind control. See, they have no power over the devotees who have devotion. But people become mind controlled if you're not in the Lord. They can't control my mind, because my mind is filled with this blissful protection of the Lord. It meditates on that. See, the world can only control the minds of those who identify with the mind. See, and then because then you see you're always looking at objects within the world to worship and to believe in. So they mold objects for you to believe in and program it. Here's your program. Meditate on this. Meditate on this object or this objective. Let me tell you a vision. This is what the elites are telling you, a vision. All that programming. See, because you're on the level of the mind. See, devotees, they don't like that. They can program. I could watch TV and all that. I just think, ooh, this is unhappy. I feel unhappy doing it. But people, they live on that unhappiness. That's why they look like prunes. They just, unhappy. It's a lifestyle for them. Unhappy existence. I used to have a Jewish aunt. Not a Jewish. She was Italian. But she lived on just meditating on the mind's negativity. Negative, there's always, always a problem and a negative thing. And let me talk about it. And just always meditating. See, it's sort of material Ras, people doing it. And the positive people do it. They meditate on what positive affirmations, positive thinking. See, thinking, positive thinking. See, so and they think about material things to be positive, or they be here now with, oh, I see, looking at the material that with it lacks knowledge. Meditate on the trees and everything external. Can you imagine everyone on earth being an ecstatic devotee, being intoxicated? Yeah, that's the only door out for the little mice scrambling around. Come into the mansion, man. Transcend this. Transcend good and evil. Live in the Garden of Eden. Live in Vrindavan, same thing. That's what just live in blissful ecstasy, of chanting the holy names like Lord Caitanya demonstrated, like we're demonstrating here. Live in that, then you'll have life. The name becomes a living being. It becomes Krishna. It's not different. This is not just bullshit. This is not just words here. You gotta feel that. They gotta commune with that, have the experience of spontaneous devotion. Uh-huh. Huh. Huh. Uh, okay, Tom, give us a word.
Whoa, that's unexpected. I was just enjoying all these tastes. We can use these mundane processes and transfer them to Vrindavan, and then it becomes then we become high. Like people are talking about um, eating green grass, but when I transfer I focus on Vrindavan, then I then I'm intoxicated at once. I'm high at once because grass is blue, and it's when I'm talking about the grass in Vrindavan, I already feel high.
Yeah,
This focus is so important. Not to be oriented in the mundane qualities, but orientate and focus on the Vrindavan qualities. It brings immediately success.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's if you have attachment. That's called Bhakti Lata Bij. In association with real devotees who have real devotion, you get that attachment. It awakens in you, and then you can think about Vrindavan. You think about the pastimes or the name, and you chant these verses, and the Lord awakens in you, and you find, oh, the Lord is awakened. I'm looking at the real Krishna. Oh, it's so nice. It's so transcendental. It's so happy. You start to feel real happiness now, and it's an eternal thing. You keep relating to the Lord in an ecstatic way because now you got that's mercy of Guru. If you don't have a guru like that, then you're not a fruit of this bhakti yet. It hasn't fructified. See, the path of Lord Chaitanya taught hasn't fructified. See, it first fructified in Madhavinda Puri before Lord Chaitanya. He started to chant the holy name in great ecstatic devotion. Tears and laughter, every kind of things you see here. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right.
feel more attracted to that
Go
kind
ahead.
of qualities, the Vrindavan qualities, and not the more goodness qualities or the what's around here. And this morning
When
I felt I was waking up in that transcendental consciousness, and not caring about the external qualities.
yeah, isn't that nice? It's a higher energy. It's a higher level quality of life. So it's great. The Lord's giving you a lot of mercy. Yeah, great. Okay, River, give us a word.
Thank you, Marge. I remember when I used to always look at research, always on YouTube, research about what I was learning with Freeman. And I used to get this taste from it. And all of a sudden it just stopped. It just stopped. And it wasn't getting
I'm,
any taste. In fact, I couldn't even remember in my mind what can I look at. And here, now I get so much taste from everything that you say, so much knowledge, so much living in God's presence, living with the Lord, and being with Him in so many different ways. And, and it's more than that. It's remembering Maharaj, remembering the devotee, the exalted devotees, but remembering Maharaj, keeping him because he's so exalted in his relationship with the Lord. I can remember other things. The Lord shows me other things where He says something and reminding me of other things of how I could have been if I went down that road with the Lord's presence, but I didn't, because I didn't have the shelter or the knowledge. And now here, I'm remembering so many things. Well, I'm not doing anything. The Lord is showing me so many things that I chose to walk away from Him. I chose to walk away from what He was saying to live this eternal life. This spiritual illusionary life. Wow, it's wow. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go anywhere. But yes, if you're going to say things, I will say something. I cannot hold it at the moment. I will say something, and I am a real true warrior, and I'm not gonna protect Maharaj. I am gonna protect the whole family who come under the shelter of Srila Gaura, protect the whole family. And if you don't want that, it's fine by me, because it doesn't matter. I'm here to give, to be who I really am. There's Mayavati going on about, oh, I am. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you are. You don't know what's in front of you. You cannot feel the presence of the Lord. Why say the Lord is here and then disturb the Lord? Why do that? I understand, and it's okay. I really do understand. There you go. That's it. It's brilliant. It's really brilliant. I just realized I've got 2 different color earrings in. I didn't even realize that. But being attached, be centered, being one point focused, being uplifted, inspired, sheltered, protected, just living with God, living with the endless attributes of the Lord here every day. I will give up everything for this path. And I have in many ways. And even the Lord, even he's taken things away from me that I don't really need. And he is replacing himself with those things. And it's really working. It's wonderful. As I listen to Maharaj, there's so many things going off inside with my relationship that has been growing with the Lord as well, because of being here with the greatest guru that will give you everything. And devotees come here. I'm going to say it. They come here and they take the energy and they go somewhere else, and they're still in their heads. They're still here in their heads, and they just take the energy. Well, you know what? Yeah, okay. I'm really a really tough preacher. I have to hold back, but the Lord is revealing myself, because I also have Indian culture that's arising now, much more, that will be understood by people who are not Indian. Like, I don't always understand, well, actually, I have 2 cultures, Western and East. And Now it's more of a upliftment. Having them before is more of, it wasn't uplifting, it was disturbing and confusing. And having the shelter of the Lord, no matter what is happening, wow. And it's all because of Maharaj. I have just learnt, Mayavati, to not disturb my guru. You know, I have learned to not disturb him, because the Lord is here. He is walking here. He is speaking here. He is giving me everything that we need here, you know, to be united in this path as devotees, to lift the Lord, so people can find out where he is, where he is living, where he is residing, in who is he residing, you know, and take away all, as many as possible. And I know I have some more, many blocks, many obstacles, many disturbances away from my relationship with Krishna, and to keep others' relationship with Krishna as well. It's really wonderful. So yeah, I'm great. That's it for me. Everything Maharaj, though, you know, you speak and there's a connection. There's a connection with something from previous, and connection here all the time. The amount of stories, the stories and nursery rhymes and songs that the Lord is telling me as you speak. Oh my God, it's so much fun. I didn't realize, my God, we don't realize what we are missing out on. What we are, when we don't have the highest shelter, protection of the Lord. You know, we might think that we have protection. This is the highest protection. This is the fullness, the glory, the magnificence, the Almighty Lord here with us. I'm so glad. I'm so pleased. I'm so, from my heart, uplifting the Lord where he resides. And that's the only goal, is to uplift the Lord where he resides, and not just to come in and to stay and be allowed still to come in this door, you know, and come in this door. And there's no other door. And if the deeper we go, and all our lives are different, we've had different previous experiences, but I know I've been watching TV so much from a young age. That's all we did. We just watched TV. And now the Lord is filling in the gaps of what I was actually watching and where he was sitting. Because he's everything and everywhere. And it's so true. It's so true. So yes, it's amazing. I was going to say another thing, but I won't say that. Thank you very much, Maharaj. It's a wonderful, it's wonderful. It's great to be home in the heart of the Lord every day, where we have that real true protection and shelter every single day, all the time. You know, not just, but all the time. The Lord is here, taking him with me as he's growing inside, taking him with me. I have a program of not really going to many places. I could take the Lord everywhere I go, so I can literally, you know, go. It's just this thing here that prevents me, and that's again because I'm up here still. It can all be resolved, and it is being resolved, and playing out a story. So here we go, in the Lord's time. When I'm ready, but in the Lord's time, let's see this space, this film, this show. Watch out for the new shows, the shows all the time, which we can be part of all the time. And it's not just watching. We're not just using this. We are using the Lord from it. We are united with the Lord inside and using everything that he has, not just the five senses. Well, do we have six? That we have, but what he has. And he has everything. And we are part of that everythingness. Thank you very much. Maharaj, thank you very much. Brilliant. And my parents are here listening as well.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. They're here as well.
Lalita.
Lalita!
Use the word, Lalita.
Yeah. What can I say now? Yeah, I want to go back at just one little word, because go back on the milk drinkers of Guru Maharaj that I had, really disturbed by them, not knowing that we are talking about them. And actually here now I see something that I saw so many times. Yeah, but Guru Maharaj, Guru is not disturbed, but maybe we are disturbed, and we are devotees who are here in class every day, who come to hear the pure sound of our Guru and not all this blah 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 over and over and over again. So this is all I have to say.
Watch out, milk drinkers. Lalita's after you.
Yeah, and always this right fighting, and always defend, 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 defend. Instead of coming here, listening, and if you don't understand, be humble and wait until you understand, please.
Well, it'll all work out gradually. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're right, Lalita. It's just Sunita.
And it's always, yeah, but Guru likes me, but it's Lalita. Yeah, but
Oh.
yeah, that's the game they play, and it's always on my back. But Guru doesn't chastise me, He likes me.
Oh, watch out.
But I'm the disturbance. But I talk for all the devotees who talk to me. They don't talk to Guru, they talk to me.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Nobody wants this disturbance all the time. Nobody. Nobody wants milk drinkers here. Nobody. It's not only Guru. But when Guru talks about, they all think it's not about me, it's not about we. But when Lalita says, actually, it's about you, they are angry.
Yeah, maybe I'll put that out sooner than I was thinking. That video, that was intense, man. I guess we all got the point.
And she keeps being Lalita is a hard job. Her constantly, she never stops. She's not the only one. They keep on coming, man, like flies, like those dirty flies who come on yeah, like mosquitoes.
Yeah, you got your work cut out for you over there, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. In the end, you understand. Yeah, it'll all work out. We'll get through this. These hard times, difficult times, we'll get through. Yeah. All right. So why don't we take a little break here now? And yeah, it was good. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you, everybody. River, Mayavati, for everybody playing their roles here in the greatest show on earth.